Hey all. So I was listening to a Christian talk radio program a few days ago, and a young woman came on to ask a question that I think most of us have asked at one time or another. She explained that before she was a Christian, she had gotten a whole lot of tattoos. But now that she was a Christian, what did those tattoos do for her standing before the Lord? The host immediately went to the classic text from Leviticus that we use to discuss tattoos in Christianity. But I think that he missed a huge opportunity with this young woman and his listeners when he went to that text first, because she said, "What is my standing before the Lord?" And the immediate response should have been, "Do you believe that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior? Do you believe that you are a sinner who needs a Savior and that Jesus died, shed his blood on the cross for you? Do you believe that? Because if you do, you are in right standing with the Lord. It doesn't matter what you did, what you do, or what you will do, because your righteousness before God is not about you. It's about Jesus, and it's about what he did on the cross. And when God looks at you as a Christ follower, he sees his son's blood, and therefore you are in right standing before the Lord. Now I do want to go to that text that the host went to immediately, Leviticus 19:28. "You shall not make any cuts in your body for the dead, nor make any tattoo marks on yourselves. I am the Lord." Give you some context. This is from a part of the Bible we call the law, a set of rules that God gave his people, the Israelites, to set them apart from the rest of the world. They were about to live in the Holy Land, in the Promised Land, and they would be living among pagan cultures. And some of those pagan cultures would worship false gods by tattooing themselves. It was a form of idolatry, and God is saying, don't do that. Don't participate in idolatry. I am the one true God. Worship me. Don't go tattoo yourself because you're worshiping another God. That's the context of this text when we're talking about it within the context of tattooing in Christianity. So, what is my position on tattooing? I don't condemn it, and I don't condone it. I do ask some questions if someone is getting ready to get a tattoo and wants to know my position. First, I ask, why are you doing it? Because if it's to look like the rest of the world, God says, you're not supposed to look like the rest of the world. So don't do that. You are supposed to be set apart. And then I ask, have you considered what that tattoo will look like when you are 60, 70, 80, 90 years old? Because here's the deal, it might be a beautiful piece of artwork now, but our bodies do change. They wrinkle and they sag, and that tattoo is not going to be pretty when you are 70 or 80 or 90 years old. Then when folks come to me who say, I already have a tattoo, what do I do with that now? I say, how can you use it to share the gospel, the good news, with people around you? Can you use it to say, hey y'all, I did this and I regret it, but guess what? It doesn't change my standing before the Lord. I am righteous before the Lord because of what Jesus did for me, not what I did in the past. So that is my 2 cents on tattoos. Thanks for joining us this week in the Deep End. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday.